Hey guys, welcome back to Eric Reacts with more Stranger Things. This is season 1, episode 4, and chapter 4. So I've been getting ahead on Game of Thrones, so I haven't actually watched this show in like a full week. The end of the last episode was really sad. I don't buy that Will is dead yet, but seeing the characters think he is, that was rough. Mike, who is normally such a compassionate young man, kind of lost it when he found out Will was dead. I honestly don't have a good read on myself right now about how I feel about this show. This Will's death. Am I being a good detective, thinking that Will is still alive, or am I just in denial because I don't want his friends and family to suffer? I'm not sure, honestly. I know one thing though: if it turns out he's alive, Hopper will have one heck of a mystery to solve. Suspect number one, obviously, Department of Energy. But let's not forget about Barb either. She looks like she might actually be gone for good, though I don't know for sure. And 11, I hope she doesn't take Mike's outburst too personally. I hope she has somewhere safe she can stay for the night at least. But yeah, it's actually like 4:40 right now in the morning, 4:40 a.m. My sleep schedule is all kinds of messed up, but I wanted to watch this before. I don't even know if I'm going to go to bed until, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, if you want to check out the full reaction with the footage, be sure to check out Patreon in the link in the description below. There's also an early access tier so you can watch next week's episode right after this one. Let's begin.
Come on, please,
No, but
please. You gotta stop this.
he's after him. He didn't have a face.
Didn't have a face.
Oh man, Jonathan's
It didn't.
can't stand this.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
He can't handle it.
I need you to believe me. Please.
There's no way. No, don't take an axe to the wall. No, that's not how it works. It's a different dimension. Oh no. Well, property value going down.
Are you deaf?
Stop.
I thought we were friends, you know? We're friends to tell each other the truth. And they definitely don't lie to each other. You made me think Will was okay. That he was still out there, but he wasn't. He wasn't.
She's looking for Will right now, isn't she?
Was that... Was it...
Yes.
Will?
Chapter 4, the body. The fake body.
Mom, wake up.
Oh. The scar looks lightning shaped. He's Harry Potter.
Bye.
Bye. And jumps up immediately.
You mean about his funeral?
No, not his funeral. Screw his funeral.
What?
Get over your stat and bring Dustin. Over and out.
Alright.
They sent Gary home last night.
Huh.
So who did the autopsy?
Someone from state.
Not trustworthy.
But that is not my son.
Joyce, wait a second.
No.
Mom, ma'am, ma'am!
I don't think it was a mask.
But he had no face.
She saw it.
No.
They're gonna want to talk to all of us now. Tommy, Carol,
That's what
everybody
you're worried
got
about.
So?
Stop.
don't mention the beers. It's just gonna get us both in trouble, and Barbara's got nothing to do with it, okay?
I can't believe you right now.
This is not an okay time for you to shut down.
Shut down.
Oh, we have to deal with this, Mom. We have to deal with the funeral.
The funeral? For who? For that thing back there? I am going to bring him home.
Yeah, well, while you're talking to the lights, the rest of us are having a funeral for Will. I'm not letting him sit in that freezer another day.
Somehow, she's channeling him. Like Professor X.
Are you actually believing this crap?
Why not?
I don't know, I mean, there's no way we're gonna get the weirdo in there without anyone noticing. Look at her.
She's like, what? What? Why? What? Oh my god. Aww. Oh, Dustin.
She looks pretty. Good. You look pretty good.
Yeah, okay. I don't know how much you would have to pay me for me to want to go in. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so it's like a permanent portal now, and it closed back up by itself. Holy crap.
We needed some alone time.
To cry.
Listen, I
To
get it.
cry.
I do. I know how hard this is.
Acting.
There for Will, huh? Where are you from exactly?
Bad place.
Sweden.
I have a lot of Swedish family.
She hates it there.
It's a bad place.
Sub-zero.
Duh. Abort. Abort.
We slept together. Is that what you want to know? It doesn't matter. It does matter. It has nothing to do with Barb, and she's missing. And something terrible happened to her. I know it. I know it.
Come on, Nancy, you got this. What's going on? Is it the portal opening? The dimension? All terror? That's blood. What is...
Leave a hole in the community.
Mouth breather.
Mouth breather.
Will's in fairyland now, right? Flying around with all the other little fairies, all happy and gay.
Oh boy.
Dude, Troy hit himself.
Holy crap, Al. Oh my god.
And I thought
The thing with no face. Tell him, tell him, tell him.
some weird man or
Ask her what it looks like. Ask her what it looks like.
What do you look like?
Yes.
what? He didn't have.
Didn't have a face.
How did
How do you know that? Oh, all right. Things are really. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I thought he was trying to get information from this guy. Somehow, is he?
I recognize you.
He is.
Famous or something?
You might have seen me on TV. I found that Byers boy.
Okay. Let's try this one more time.
Whoa.
Who told you to be out there? And not let anybody get too close. Get close to what? The body. Who do you work for?
Oh.
NSA? Hawkins Lab? Who is that?
Oh.
Repeat his words back to me. Just like we used to with those old nursery rhymes. Do you remember?
Yeah, I was right. He's posing as her dad. You sick.
What is that? No way.
Holy It's behind the wallpaper? Run! Run!
Mom! Listen to me! I swear I'm gonna get you, okay? But right now, I need you to hide! Please!
It's closing back up again. Jeez. Oh. That's not how you do it. It's a freaking. Oh god. Property value going down. Oh, she's.
Can you move?
Oh my god.
Here, help her up.
I guess I'd rather observe people than, you know.
Talk to them.
I know. It's weird.
No.
No. It is.
What was I saying
What?
when you took my picture?
I shouldn't have taken that.
That's it. That's what I saw.
Ooh. Ooh.
My mom. I thought she was crazy. She said.
Go to her.
Will's body.
What the hell are you talking about? I don't work with O'Bannon.
I say O'Bannon? I meant.
Take him out.
Okay.
Does it feel weird? You've got to be kidding me. Yo, this is a huge crime if you're wrong. Oh god. Oh god. I know it's not his body, but I'm still like, dude. Yeah, there we go. It's fake. He's gonna get knocked out at the end of this episode, isn't he? What's in? Is there anything else in there? Go to Joyce. Let her know it's a huge conspiracy. Somebody has to be there for Joyce. Please let it be Hopper or Jonathan and not somebody else. Did you at least get pictures of the body or something? Proof that... And what did you do with the state trooper? This is dangerous, man. Is that that's the end of the episode? Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. This episode is amazing. Oh god, this show. I love this show. Alright, got a haircut, but now we get to discuss this show, and I'm really glad because I'm really enjoying this. I can't believe we're halfway through the season already, but it makes sense for the pace the story is going. But yeah, you go through this entire episode like just rooting for Joyce because no one believes her at first, even though we know she's right. And it's just us pleading with the other characters to notice something that will tip them off. And not only are we pleading because we feel for her, but if no one believes her, it's likely that Will never be able to come back as well. And I really appreciate Hopper trying to take care of her a little and sharing about his experience with Sarah. I really appreciate him staying parked outside just in case something happened, if she was getting too freaked out or something. Like, he's 100% sure that she's wrong about monsters and whatnot, but he's there if she needs anything, which is really nice. Mike is still mad with Elle at the beginning of the episode, and I get it, but she doesn't actually take it too hard when he yells at her and tells her off. The sad thing about that is I think she's so used to abuse that even if Mike is a little harsh with her, she doesn't take it too personally. That's no excuse for it, but I hope he apologizes to her at some point, though, and makes it clear to her that what he did was not okay. But she finds Will, meaning she can act on different dimensions. So it's possible she's the one who tore open the dimension that allowed them to come over in the first place. Or at least she alerted those monsters to the existence of our dimension, leading them to tearing a hole. But yeah, Elle is able to get Mike to trust in her again, and he winds up getting Dustin and Lucas on board too, despite some initial reservations. And it's amazing to see everybody across the entire town just slowly piecing things together bit by bit. Not just everybody, just our characters that we're focused on. We find out that Nancy actually got a pretty good look at the monster before running. She saw no face, and she tries to talk to Steve about it, but he's being incredibly self-centered. Barb is missing, and he's worried about getting in trouble for drinking a couple of beers. Come on. And I've been hoping we get to see a better side of him just for Nancy's sake. See him be a decent guy. But so far, he's been all charm and no substance. And then she gets called by the police to answer some questions with her mother, and yikes, her mother finds out about her sleeping with Steve, and it was definitely the wrong time to go after her about it, though. And the mother is so well-intentioned, but like I've said before, she has had to be the disciplinarian, so Nancy doesn't feel like she can even go to her. And it's not just the moments we've seen on screen. You can tell Nancy and Mike haven't felt like they could go to their parents for a while now. But speaking of which, I still haven't seen a single redeeming parenting moment from the father. So I sympathize with the mom too, and she's doing a good job. Her kids might be wary of her, but they are extremely compassionate people, and I appreciate the mom for being involved that way. Back at the Department of Energy, they sent someone into the portal to examine it. So the portal there is actually still open. It's permanently open. It's very interesting. But the guy, they didn't send him in with any sort of anything, weapon or anything, self-defense shields. I don't know. Seems like a pretty bad idea, and yeah, he's dead. So yeah, I find it hard to believe that Barb is still alive. The only reason Will isn't dead is because he's been good at hiding. But once we saw Barb get dragged back into the pool, I think that was the end for her. But I'm very curious as to how Will has survived. Has he been able to find food and water, or does he not need it in that dimension? I thought the scene where they dressed up Elle was really cute. I feel like she stands out even more this way, though. That could just be me not being used to the 80s looks, though. I don't know. But it was really funny to see Mike try to put blush on her. I think it was blush, and she was just like recoiled. Poor girl. And then they make it to the auditorium for Will's service, and those bullies, my god. I was never really bullied too hard at all, really. Like, my experiences with bullying is like one guy assaulting me, but it wasn't like the constant shit that these kids deal with. I guess there was a bully I dealt with who was like 2 years older than me in high school, but like I met him when I was in like 9th grade, and he left in 2 years. But he wasn't like targeting me, like being a bully. He was like a dick to everybody, and I wasn't a specific target of his assholeness. And yeah, basically he called me a fat ass once, and I told him like I can always lose some weight, but you're stuck with that face forever. I got sidetracked. What were we talking about? Yeah, those bullies. They're horrible. Way worse than anything I've ever seen in real life. Like, are you kidding me? I don't know. Like, do any of you know kids like this who have grown up to not be horrible adults? I'm just like, how did this happen to the... What are their parents teaching them? Like, seriously? Yeah, like I was saying before, it makes me appreciate Mike and Nancy's mom even more. Yeah. But yeah, Elle, it seems her ability to read people is definitely less strenuous than her power to like move things. And when Mike stands up to the bullies, you see her looking over at Mike. Like, in that moment, I feel like she already knew he was about to push Troy. And then, what a use of her powers, making him pee himself. At first, he was about to attack and she froze him, and I was like, whoa. I thought she froze him in place, and I was like, whoa, like that's a little too far. Like, that's like Katara's like blood bending, but she was actually pee bending. And Mike looks over to her, and she kind of just like wipes her blood away like a badass, and like does the half turn, and oh, that was so cool. Oh my god. Yeah, I love her. I was just talking about adopting kids in Game of Thrones, saying I would adopt Lyanna Mormont, Alexis from Castle, and Ellie from The Last of Us. But Elle, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And then we go to Jonathan. This might sound a little weird, but I was just like, oh my god, do not buy that coffin. Like, I was like very, very, felt very strongly about it. Like, Will's still alive. They're already not doing well financially, and preparing and paying for that funeral would put them down in the hole so much. Weird thing to think about, but yeah, Nancy shows up and asks Jonathan about the thing in the photo, and it was so exciting to see them put the pieces together. I'm really glad there is some doubt planted in Jonathan about Will's death now, and I needed him to go home and help his mom. She keeps feeling like she's alone in this. But yeah, Nancy doesn't seem to look down on Jonathan even after he took those photos. And I was right about it being more about like social ineptitude and not willful creepiness. And it seems like she understood that before he even like confirmed that. She completes his sentence like, oh, like it's better than like taking photos is better than like actually talking to someone. I feel like there's a mutual fondness for each other. Maybe it's just from having younger siblings that are like very, very close friends. I don't know if it's an attraction, but they seem like they'll be good friends at least going at some point going forward. But then Hopper, he is so... I can't find a word for it. I keep being more impressed with him outside of his assaulting people. But I think he was already having serious doubts about Will's death, and Will's life is on the line, so I can't fault him for assaulting somebody, two people. Like, I have huge problems with police brutality, but in this situation, I was just like, I couldn't help rooting for him. And he's so sharp, and his instincts are really good. I do not know that I would have had the guts to cut open Will's fake body like that. I mean, I guess if there had actually been an autopsy, there would have been a cut already. And Hopper must have felt the fake body and felt that it was, like, soft. And the fact that he said like a fall from the cliff would have broken so many bones, and there was no evidence of that on Will's body. So I guess he already knew. I was thinking I hope like, I hope he took some pictures, but like we're in the early 80s, so no smartphones yet. I hope he was able to preserve some proof though. After that, all I wanted was for Hopper or Jonathan to go home to Joyce, to have her feel like she's not alone in this and that she has someone on her side who believes her, at least a little bit. And a car pulls into the driveway, and for a moment, I'm like excited, but then I'm afraid a little bit because I was afraid it's not one of those two, but it turns out to be Lonnie. I don't know what I feel about that. Like, will he believe her? Will he help her? Is he actually someone who's good enough to console her? I don't know. And yeah, I don't know how the story is going to resolve itself in this first season. Like, even if Will comes back, that government entity, the Department of Energy, feels like it has too much power. Like, they won't let their secret get out. But Hopper is already breaking in. I'm definitely afraid for him and wish he had gotten some backup. But I mean, even if he did, his backup isn't that reliable. I don't know. Like, Hopper in the first half of the first episode seemed so inept, but I'm pretty sure he came to this town as a way to run away from his problems after his daughter died, and he's kind of just been drifting. But now that there's a real case, he's being pulled back into reality a bit, and it's really, really good to see. He's really, really sharp and very, very smart. I can't believe, like I said, that we're halfway done with the season already. There's only 8 episodes in this first season. Will it end with us finding Will? I kind of don't want it to drag out any longer because I want to see Joyce get to relax a little and everybody else get to relax a little. And I definitely want to see the Department of Energy pay for what they've done. I don't know if that'll happen. But yeah, these kid actors are amazing. Dustin's abort! When they get into the gymnasium. Elle's flinching and Mike putting the makeup on her. I'm super impressed with these kids. And I'm going to give this episode a score of 8 out of 10 again. Definitely loving this series. Can't wait to watch more. But anyway, guys, if you want to check out the next episode or you want to watch the full episode reaction with the footage for this episode and the next, I've already posted them both over on Patreon. It's over here or in the link in the description below. Be sure to like, comment, and share, all that good stuff, and subscribe so you can check out next week's episode, airing Sunday, hopefully at 8 a.m. And thanks for watching. Bye, friends.